Today's video is sponsored by Harvest Hosts. If you're tired of crowded campgrounds, check out Harvest Hosts, where you can stay at wineries and family farms for just a single $50 a year membership. The link's in the video description below. Which is better in a Class B+, shorter and narrower or wider and longer? It's a battle between the Pleasure-way Plateau XLTS and the Leisure Travel Vans Unity Island Bed today, and we're starting right now. Hi everyone, Neil Balthaser here, and welcome to Ultra Mobility Reviews, where you vote for the camper vans that you want me to review and compare each week. If you haven't voted yet, head on over to my community tab and cast your votes. The link's in the video description below. It was super close this week between a review of the 2019 Roadtrek SS Agile and a B+ comparison between Pleasure-way's Plateau XLTS and Leisure Travel Vans Unity Island Bed. But by a super slim margin of just a few percent, the B+ comparison won out. See? Don't let anyone tell you that your vote doesn't count. Let's take a quick look at the outsides of these two coaches and see how they fare. So both these coaches are built on the Mercedes Sprinter 3500 cutaway cab chassis, which means that the front end, including the cab, is finished by Mercedes and everything behind the cab is built by the coach manufacturer. But from a strictly chassis perspective, both these motorhomes are exactly the same. They both sport a 3-liter V6 turbo diesel engine and a 5-speed transmission delivering 188 horsepower and 325 foot-pounds of torque. Both also come loaded with all the Mercedes-Benz safety features, including blind spot and collision detection and lane keep assist. From just an aesthetic standpoint, I find the exterior design of the Unity is superior to the XLTS. It looks more streamlined and less boxy. Also, notice all those doors along the bottom? That's exterior storage, and the Unity has tons of it. We'll see the specs in a moment. One thing to consider on the Unity is that other than the shore power hookup, all the other hookups, including water, cable, satellite, dump station controls, are located down low, while on the XLTS, everything except your dump station are located up higher. You'll also notice on the XLTS that there isn't as many doors to exterior storage, and that's because you have a lot less exterior storage than on the Unity. Okay, let's head inside where we're going to compare living spaces and talk about dimensions and capacities. I like to start off with this shot showing what it feels like stepping into each coach. Here we are in the Plateau XLTS by Pleasure-way, and the first thing you'll notice is that this is a rear sofa bed / lounge configuration with the galley and bathroom midsection and some workstations up front. This is a very popular layout here in North America because you get a wide open feeling down the passenger side and a rear lounge that's both spacious and bright and comfortable. Take a look at the occupant and cargo carrying capacities. The Unity trounces the XLTS with nearly 1,000 more pounds of capacity at over 2,000 pounds compared to the XLTS's 1,049. Keep in mind that the XLTS does come with certain standard features like an undermounted generator and a full floor-to-ceiling Corian shower stall, both of which are pretty heavy and for which the Unity doesn't have to account. Stepping into the Unity Island Bed, you can see that this is a completely different layout and feel. It's not as open and airy, but in the back you've got a private bedroom and bathroom. And up front here, you've got your galley and lounge. Let's take a look at the dimensions of each one. The XLTS is 2.5 feet shorter, and that extra length on the Unity is put to good use as exterior storage with nearly 3 times the capacity of the XLTS at 63 cubic feet. But if you're taller, you're going to be able to move around without bumping your head in the XLTS, since it's got nearly 3 more inches of headroom at 6 feet 8 inches. Let's jump into the rear lounge on the XLTS. The big benefit of this lounge are that it's bright and open and comfortable. The electric sofa reclines and 3 people can sit across there with plenty of room. while another can sit on the ottoman. The table could stand to be a bit larger, but there are cup holders back here and just a ton of storage above and below. There's a 22-inch flat panel LCD TV back here, and it's sensibly placed where everyone can see it. The biggest disadvantage of this lounge is that it isn't permanent. You're going to have to convert it into your bedroom at the end of the day, and that constant setting up and tearing down may get old for some of you. On the plus side, up front, the two front cab seats swivel around, and there are two proper workstations complete with AC outlets and USB ports for each seat. So, if someone wants to stay in bed late, the other person can get up and use this front area without disturbing the person in the rear. Here we are in the Unity Island Bed's front lounge, and it's noticeably less open and spacious. When the two cab seats are swiveled around, 4 people can sit around this table, and this table is much more intelligently designed with 2 flip-up extensions that double the size of the table. 4 people are going to have plenty of space with this table. Not only that, the sideways facing seats convert into a kind of day bed, so if you've got a grandkid, they could possibly sleep up here. The other nice thing about this lounge is that it is permanent since the bedroom's in the rear. You're always going to have space for guests, even if someone is sleeping in the back. Before we head into the galleys, let's take a quick look at some standout features. So the Unity just blows the XLTS out of the water when it comes to available options. And these aren't just ho-hum options either. You've got 2-point stabilizers and 4-point leveling jacks, and those are great on these wide bodies for minimizing the rocking as you're walking about. But you can also opt to get a Wi-Fi and 4G extender, which I think is really worth the money. On the XLTS, you get multiplex wiring and color touchscreen control centers, which give you a very simple way to control everything in your RV, including automatic generator start, for those times when you want to run your air conditioning while you're away, features that aren't available on the Unity. Let's head inside the galleys, starting with the XLTS. This is a smallish galley, but then again, we're in a wide body that's 2.5 feet shorter than typical Class B pluses. It's unfortunate that there are no counter extensions, so what you see here is the prep space you've got to work with. A high neck residential faucet is always nice. I love the look of the Korean backsplash going all the way up. It is a sophisticated feel and easy to clean. You've got your convection microwave located down lower, which means more bending over. And as far as storage, it's okay. You've got a couple large cabinets above, some space under the sink, and a smallish pull-out drawer under the microwave. Across the aisle is your 6 cubic foot 3-way refrigerator, which doesn't have a separate freezer, but is sensibly placed at a good height. I'm not a fan of the step up right in the middle of the galley, but there is good aisleway space so that someone can pass by if you're in the kitchen. Let's take a look at the electrical systems for each coach. The XLTS just blows the Unity out of the water here with standard lithium batteries, a larger 2000 watt inverter, a standard generator, not an option like on the Unity, and because we have multiplex wiring the XLTS, we get automatic generator start and all that configurable goodness, like telling the coach when it can and can't start the generator on its own. Also, the XLTS offers more available solar at 500 watts. Let's head into the Unity's galley and see how it fares. I really like this galley. The L-shaped layout is functional and makes great use of limited space. And unlike the XLTS, you can see that there's a counter extension to give you a little more prep space. I like the high neck residential faucet, just like you have on the XLTS, but behind it, there's also a place for a trash can, which finding a home for is always a problem on these Class B and B plus motorhomes. You get lots of storage above and lots of storage below, and across the aisle there's a large 6.7 cubic foot 3-way refrigerator with a separate freezer, something the XLTS doesn't offer. And above is your convection microwave. Which do you prefer, the microwave above or below? I know my answer. Our final stop are the bedrooms and bathrooms, starting with the XLTS. As a bed, this one's larger, but not as comfortable as the Unity's permanent bed. The biggest disadvantage of this bedroom is that you have to set it up and tear it down every day, at least if you want to use the lounge. I do like the fact that you have a tablet and cup holders on each side of the bed, and because we've converted the bedroom from the lounge, you get the benefit of the 22-inch TV to watch while you're in bed. Let's take a quick look at the bathroom before heading over to the Unity. It's a beautiful bathroom for sure, with lots of Corian everywhere, including a full floor-to-ceiling Corian shower stall. I love the curved glass shower doors. It all has a very high-end residential feel. I also appreciate that there is nothing above your head or to your sides when you're seated on the toilet. As a bathroom, this one is just fine, but can the Unity do the XLTS one better? Let's find out. The first thing about this bedroom is that it's a bedroom. It's an actual room with a door that closes. While the bed is 16 inches less wide than on the XLTS, it has the great advantage of being accessible from either side. No one's going to climb over the other person to get into and out of bed. This convenience is something that is normally reserved for much larger Class A motorhomes, but here we have it in a Class B Plus that is only 25 feet in length. I also appreciate the residential feel of the headboard and built-in cabinetry. You've got lots of storage, including below. As we swing around, you see you've got your own second LCD TV back here, just like on the XLTS, but when that door is closed, you've also got your privacy and a little dressing area. An added benefit of this layout is that the shower stall is separate from the toilet and sink area. It's not as luxurious as the XLTS's shower stall, but it sure is a lot more functional. Look at the size of the tanks on the Unity. You've got larger gray, black, and more propane, which means you can boondock longer. Plus, you get a standard black tank flush system and an optional macerator if you like those. Let's take a quick peek inside the separate area for the toilet and sink. There's lots of little cubbies here for storage, both behind the sink and all those little triangular shelves in the corner. Plus you've got that accessory channel for glasses above the sink. About the only thing I can ding here is the shelf above your head when you're seated on the toilet. So what's my final recommendation between these two great Class B Plus coaches? This is a tough one. I love the quality of the Pleasure-way XLTS, and I love that it's the shortest wide body that you can buy today. And I love that it comes with lithium batteries and a generator with remote start standard. But while the Unity is 2.5 feet longer, it really packs a lot into that extra length. It's got triple the exterior storage, twice the cargo carrying capacity, an actual bedroom in the back, which allows for a permanent lounge in the front. You know, I have to give it to the Unity Island bed. It's just a more functional layout. Let me know if you agree in the comments below, and if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that little bell to be notified when new comparisons like this come out. Also, I'm the only channel on YouTube that's offering honest reviews unsponsored by any RV manufacturer, and I can only do it thanks to a handful of people that sponsor me on Patreon. If you can help me out, head on over to patreon.com/ultramobility and pledge for as little as $5 a month. And if you can't, no worries, just rewind the video and watch again. All right, that wraps it up for now. I'll see you again next week on Ultra Mobility Reviews, where I review and compare the motorhomes that you vote for. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.